Hello, I'm Nathan Judah. I'm here with the pocket rocket that is Rosie Swarbrick. I'm crouching, you're standing on your heels, but you're okay.
No,
Toes?
not in heels today.
No?
These are flats.
Okay.
Yeah, that's hence the real difference. So
Wall painters on there, ready to go.
yeah, 5'3.5". That's what happened.
Not 5'7" of football heaven.
No,
No.
5'3.5".
It's okay. You and Matinho make a good couple. Right, Wolves won. Southampton won. What do you think was a fair result at the end of the day?
I think it was a really frustrating game. Just because of the fact, obviously, those opening 17 minutes, I thought we were sat there thinking, it's like my 3-0 prediction, we're on course for this. They're flying some of the football.
It started well, didn't they?
It was an incredible start to the game, and then obviously you had that injury to Bennett, and then the Vallejo sub completely changed the game, completely swung the momentum into Southampton's favour, and then just completely changed it. But then it was a game where you've got the whole VAR taking over, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean, when Vallejo came on, obviously, the defensive organisation, they lacked a little bit, didn't they? They looked a little bit shaky, but of course the VAR decision, I mean, look, talk about the two ones that were disallowed first, both in the first half. I mean, the first one's handball, the second one, I mean, they've made the right decision, but it's just so frustrating the way that it's put out to the fans.
Yeah, for me, that's the biggest issue, is that as a football fan, who's paid what, £40 at 40? It goes from 40 to 50 quid probably a ticket here.
Well, some of them in my area would be 150 quid for a little VIP.
Yeah, exactly.
They've
paid that much and they have no idea what is going on, and that is wrong. Football fans who pay money to come to a stadium, we've had 30,000 in this stadium today, and I've just talked to Connor Cody, and I've just talked to Matt Doherty after the match, and they've just said that it's not clear on the pitch, and themselves as players. Cody as captain's walking up to the referee to try and ask him what's gone on. What's this been? They don't know. The players don't know. And I said to Connor, do you not think it just needs a sign on the VAR thingy that says, okay, goal, no goal, then simply handball.
Of course.
No goal, offside. And then the fans can at least go, right, okay, that's why. You're giving them a reason rather than no goal. It's not clear, and there's no clarity, and it's not fair.
Right, and the only person that does know is someone who's 200 miles away. He's the only person who's got an idea of what's going on. So it needs to change in some capacity. I understand that they've been checked. I understand that it's mostly, to make the right decision, that's the most important thing. But at the same time, there needs to be more, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just the whole package of it. Like, we've got to remember, this is not cricket, this is not rugby, this is football. It's fast paced, it's free flowing, but the communication could be an easy thing, and it's easy to sort out. It's an easy solution. Just tell it on the announcer. Why can't that announcer guy just say, this is why?
Yeah, get the announcer guy to have a word. Sort it out.
Like me. Oi, right, okay. The fans need to know. But otherwise, they're tweeting us, they're asking us, they're looking at Twitter. People, you'd say, to watch a Premier League game, you might as well stay at home and watch it on Twitter, because it shows a lack of respect to the fans from the powers that be at the Premier League, the way they are communicating this.
Yeah, and look, on the pitch, you take away those two disallowed goals, they were starting a lot of danger down the down the right hand side, weren't they, from Wolves' point of view. Traore and Vallejo were struggling a little bit, and there were signs there from Southampton knocking on that door despite those two goals, and you thought they need to change it, Wolves, going into the second half, otherwise they're going to get punished, and that's exactly what happened. Yeah,
it was good to see Nuno make such a strong decision at the break. Send Matt Doherty on, go to the 3-4-3, make the changes, push Adama back up front, because after City, and then it was just good to see him get more of an impact on the game again, get more into it.
He wasn't really in it first half, was he?
No, he wasn't. And we had that early flash when everyone went, ooh, when he got the ball, didn't he, in the opening stages. And then after that, they did a really good job on him. But they had chances, so Danny Ings probably should have walked away with a hat trick today.
Course,
it's just, some misfiring from him. It's not like Southampton didn't have chances, but
if you're going to make mistakes, you're going to give the ball away, then you're going to get punished, and ultimately that's what happened. Yeah,
it is. But Connor Cody, I've just spoke to him, it'll be in the Express and Star later this week. He's held his hands up and said, it's a mistake. I've misread the ball. I thought it was an easy clearance, and it's just a mistake.
Yeah, of course.
So at least, your captain sat there going, I need to improve, I've made a mistake. You know, it's good to see them do that, but you know, it wasn't a sucker punch.
Sure.
It didn't knock them out. They ended up bouncing back and they got the result in the end, which is always great to see.
And the good news as well is, like Doc said, and I think he's admitted in the last week or so, that he's not been 100%, and he might not be 100% for a while with it, you know, with a knee problem. But I tell you what, coming on second half, I thought he did a really good job. I thought he looked quick. I thought he looked fit, and epitomised in that fantastic run. They got the penalty.
Yeah, and we just had a bit of a laugh with him earlier, because I said to him, I said, right, we've just been talking about, you know, VAR, and you know, it goes to VAR. Was there any doubt in your mind that it would get overturned?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And he just looked at me, and he was just looking at me, and he just was like, no, sort of thing. Like, no doubt, there was definitely contact. We've seen there's definitely contact.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, it's good for him and his confidence. He's just come back. We spoke to him about his international break. You know, he's just been away with Ireland. He's got the chance coming up to play in his actual position for Ireland. With Seamus Coleman being suspended for the next.
Absolutely.
So you know, and it's good to see a player like him. He's such a nice bloke afterwards, and he did make a real impact. And he shored up that right flank for Wolves and did the job that he was asked to do by Nuno. But I just think today showed that Wolves need to recruit in central defence, because now that Sace is a doubt, now that Bennett's a doubt, can you trust Vallejo? Can you trust Kilman?
Sure.
There needs to be more options, more strength and depth in that back line.
Yeah, I mean, Dendonk didn't have the best game today, but I mean, he has been brought in to play centre midfield and centre back. Maybe that's an option, but like, you're right. I mean, Nuno didn't say that Bennett looks serious, but at the same time, they want to get him back as soon as possible, especially, you know, ahead of Thursday night. Look, Raul was not going to be stopped though, was he, today? At least he got on the score sheet. I mean, bless him. If he'd come away with no goal today, I think he'd been absolutely devastated. And good for him. After the rest, he looked a little bit more energised today. Yeah,
definitely. And he was so determined. You could see after the second goal, he celebrated 3 times, but that third one, you know, with the penalty, he was the coolest man on the pitch. Cool as a cucumber taking that spot kick. I don't think anyone had any doubts that he'd score that, but yeah, good for him to get that.
Good for him, and good for Rui Patricio as well, who's been one of the better performers this season, and had to make a really good save from James Ward-Prowse right at the end. Yeah, a fantastic stop. You love to see that from your keeper, don't you? Them making saves that not define games, but saves that help you get the point. And he's had his say. I think he had a really decent game against Watford as well. I thought he's been, you know, for me, he's one of those sort of unsung players in the Wolves side at times, because it's just kind of expected of him, and you forget sometimes that this is an international that's won serious things with Portugal. Absolutely. And look, 1-1, I don't think it's a bad result. I don't think Wolves played anywhere near what they're capable of today, and I think a better side would have probably put them to the sword. So they're probably leaving this ground thinking that a point's a decent result. Yeah, but it's one of those where you sit there and you think it's sides like Southampton that Wolves need to be beaten, especially on this display today. Southampton, you know, the back of 4 straight defeats, wasn't it? I think, nothing special. No, but they've given them chances. That's the frustrating thing. It's like they've said to them, "Go on." Like, the amount of chances Ings has had, clear-cut chances, it's just too many to give away at this level if you want to be in that top 10 and pushing towards the top half. Southampton are a big fan of VAR, because I think they've had 7 goals this season given against them that's actually been reversed in their favour. So they're definitely a big fan of VAR. Wolves maybe not so much. Look, they go in, like I said, they've had 3 in a row. They've had that draw now, but at least that keeps the momentum going. We go to Bratislava on Wednesday for a Thursday game, and you know, another win there, and they'll be fantastically placed in that group. Yeah, I think that's. I've said it numerous times in the past sort of week that the aim has to be Europe. The aim has to be like that. Has to be Wolves' season has to be defined now by a European quest. It's a really important game. It's just so frustrating, isn't it, that, you know, it's a sellout, but there's, you know, 200 Wolves fans that are allowed to go. And 21,000 kids. It's just not fair on the Wolves fans that they can't, like, go in the masses like they want to and support their team on the journey that they've been, especially this season, and especially the wait for Europe. Can I have a word to UEFA, Swabs? I will do. I'll be like, look, okay, we need to sort out VAR. We need to sort out this. We need to sort out the racism rubbish. Like, let's sort this out. This can't happen anymore. I'd listen to you, to be fair. I'd just be like, oi, stop it. Like, come on. Should we stop this video? It's 29. Let's stop this video. Let's go and have a drink. Wolves 1, Southampton 1. For all the post-match reaction, make sure you log on to expressthestar.com.